Hi guys, ArchieLuxury on the Pluta channel. Today I'm doing paid review 23QA33 quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a 40mm bluesy Rolex Submariner. This is an email from Bill. Archie, please call me Bill. I'm going to send you $50 on PayPal. If you could please take a look at and help me with recommendations. An email response would be great. If you think it's more interesting, you can make a video as well. Let me know. I'll send, here we go. First, he says, I'll send you some additional money for a video reply. Well, thank you so much, Bill. First off, thanks for the entertainment. I'm new to watches and I've been learning mostly via YouTube over the past year. Unfortunately, many YouTubers cover literally every brand with glowing reviews without ever saying anything negative or giving real advice about building a quality collection. I'm so glad that I found you for advice on how to build a collection of wristwatches and avoid the traps that are present in the market. I'm not interested in buying watches as an investment, but I also don't want my kids to inherit a collection of Squaleys and Maurice Lacroix and say, why on earth did Dad collect all of these amazing Viking shiders? About me, I'm a 40-year-old doctor living in the US. I'd like to build a nice watch collection to enjoy for myself and ultimately hold onto them for my kids someday. The wife and I have 2 kids, so we have other financial responsibilities, but we've done well, and I've saved more than enough. Full disclosure, my wife makes the same money that I do, so it's an equal partnership. I purchased my first real watch in 2022, and I only have a simple 2-piece meal deal so far, so I don't have much collection to review currently, but what I'm really seeking is advice for the next steps to build my collection. Let's go through the watches and you can tell me what you think and or recommend something different. Here's my current collection. Number 1, a Rolex Datejust 126300. Slate dial, oyster, smooth bezel. After a bit of a wait from my local AD, I purchased a Rolex Datejust 126300 slate dial in 2022. This is a simple, versatile and quality piece, and frankly I think I needed to buy this to get on the list for the more in-demand steel sports models. Number 2 is a Rolex GMT Master 2 on Jubilee, Pepsi. After forming a relationship with my AD, we discussed the possibility of them getting a GMT Master on Jubilee. I had my birthday coming up and they ultimately came through with the GMT Master 2 for my birthday. I absolutely love it and it'll be a permanent part of my collection. My AD says that I can get 1 steel sports Rolex per year, and I plan to get a couple more Rolexes along with a few other watches to round out the collection. I want to focus on quality over quantity and have a total of 6 or 7 watches. Next steps. These are my planned next watches. Please give me your thoughts, but especially for the final 2 pieces I need your expertise. Number 3, a Cartier Santos or Omega Aquaterra matching set with wife. His wife's got an Omega Aquaterra. My wife wants to get matching watches. She wants something non-Rolex, stylish and timeless on a bracelet. The Santos is the best I could think of, especially non-Rolex. I'm going to have her try on an Omega Aquaterra, so it will likely be that or this Cartier Santos. Let me know if you have other ideas for a his and hers set, but in all likelihood I'll purchase the Santos large size with date and she'll get the medium. Ultimately this one will be her choice. Number 4, a no date Rolex Submariner 124060. Absolutely classic, and I'd like the no date to have a wind and wear option. I have requested this as the next watch from the AD. Good idea. Number 5, Rolex Sky Dweller in steel on Jubilee. I love the look and the complication of this annual calendar from Rolex. A bit of a larger version of the Datejust with fluted bezel. We'll probably get a white dial as the blue will be much more of a weight. Okay, evaluating the collection. This is my most significant question to you, as you have a great understanding of these brands and I have very little experience. I want a couple of higher level pieces to enjoy, with an added bonus that they will be slightly more under the radar than a Rolex when I'm around patients at work. Generally, everyone recognizes Rolex and almost nobody knows any other watch brands. So it would be nice to have a couple high horology pieces I can wear without everyone recognizing them. I prefer something that can be worn every day, even with khakis or jeans. I don't wear a suit or a true dress attire often. I'm most likely interested in adding Lange and Patek, or possibly ArchieLuxury. Regarding the price, I'd like to keep the total for two watches at or below $80,000 US. I'm happy to buy pre-owned, as I'm not going to be trying to develop a purchase history with AD for these brands. Could you recommend a two-piece combo for these brands to fit into my proposed collection? A Lange 1, Grand Lange Saxonia, or Saxonia outsized date, or he's looking at Patek 5212 steel weekly calendar, 5296, 5205, 5396. He goes on to list 5227. He puts 6227. I think you mean 5227. 6119 are the ones that appeal to me. These are mostly current models, and I don't know the model numbers of the previous models, no longer on the website, so feel free to recommend anything. ArchieLuxury annual calendar, moon phase or chrono or reverso. A bit down market from the other, but great bang per buck. I feel like the Santos, I don't really need another rectangular watch, so I'm not sure about adding a reverso, even though it's the classic. Number 7 is a Lange, Patek, or a JLC. Number 6 and number 7, okay. So that would bring me a total of 7 watches in the collection. I might trade or sell the Datejust at some point if it's redundant with the Sky Dweller and Santos, and either get another steel sports watch, Rolex Sea Dweller 43 possibly, or just go down to a 6-watch collection, but that's a decision for a later date. In any case, if I have 7-piece collection, it would be Rolex GMT Master 2 BLRO on Jubilee, Rolex Submariner 124060 no date, Rolex Sky Dweller on Jubilee, Rolex Datejust 41, Cartier Santos large, and then for 6 and 7, Lange, Patek, or JLC. I don't think I could wish for more than that. Please let me know recommendations as I build my collection. Okay, so there he goes. He's got quite a few things there, quite a lot to cover. Let's go through this. Hi Art, just a quick follow-up. I've continued watching your vids, and sometime you noticed to recommend a 5130-5230 world time, and I do like that model as well. Just wanted to mention that you can feel free to recommend any models, because as you see, I'm not familiar with the entire catalog. So if I fail to list a Lange or Patek, it may just be I haven't seen it. So I'd recommend something. Okay, so let's have a look at this for Bill. So firstly, my first bit of advice to you, Bill, is don't be a flipper. Don't buy and sell these things here. Personally, I think the Datejust you have is absolutely perfect. That's the perfect patient's watch, because it's steel Datejust, it's oyster bracelet, smooth bezel. That's like turning up in an E-Class. It's a good car, but you'd expect, if you're a doctor, for God's sake, you expect you to be competent. So keep the Datejust. That is the perfect patient watch. Believe you me, it puts those fikers out of worry. If they see somebody who wears a watch they don't understand, they worry maybe you're not very good. Remember that. So I want to say, firstly, the Datejust, absolutely double tick perfect. Absolutely perfect. The next thing that's a double tick is the GMT Pepsi. That is absolutely perfect. You were so lucky to get that. Play the doctor card and life will be good. The third watch, Cartier Santos or Aquaterra. You know what? I got to be totally honest with you. Don't get it. Don't go there. Stay with Rolex. You got an AD who loves the dark. Stick with Rolex. Get your wife an Oyster Perpetual. Get her one with a fancy dial because it'll retain value and it's waterproof. That's the whole thing. If you must get a Cartier or an Omega Aquaterra, you want a discount. Now, the ADs, they're getting tough getting discounts. Cartier, you'd want, look, you should get at least 10%. Omega, you'd want to be 15 or more because they are softer brands. Now, the reality is you may not want to go hardball. If you don't want to go hardball, just lap up the Rolex. Tell them it's Rolex only. That's what I would do. Number 4, the no date. Yes, that is a perfect watch. The 41mm no date, man, Rolex Submariner. Then you've got a Rolex dress watch in the Datejust. You've got the GMT in the Pepsi, and you've got a no date sub as a perfect diver. Perfect. The Sky Dweller, that is a captain of industry watch. You do not ever sell your Datejust when you get the Sky Dweller. That is a beauty piece. That's an achievement. Sky Dweller, definitely. And I own the white one. Unfortunately, burglars took it, but that's a time for another story. It is an amazing, amazing watch. So then, getting onto Lange or Patek, what would I recommend there? Look, there's a great dealer in America. I think you're in America here. European Watch Gallery, Boston, Massachusetts. His prices are expensive. Also check out David SW, occasionally get Patek. What would I recommend? I tell you exactly what I would recommend. First Patek for you, if you're going to go pre-owned, I would go 5196G. That's a white gold 5196. Now this is a beautiful watch because it has no date, because this is where you stuff them up. People stuff them up because they're quite finicky to get the date right. That is a perfect watch. The other watch which is in the current catalogue is 6119. Both of those, either of those is fine. 6119, a little bit bigger. It's quite expensive. So I would say 5196 is a perfect choice, and that model is still in the current catalogue. But I would say 5196 or 6119. Both of those are absolutely wind and wear perfect. So if I was getting two beautiful watches, I would get myself one of those two. And then as a second watch, you know what I would get for yourself? Get for yourself a beautiful, you could get a complicated Patek. I think the ones that stand out, so you've got a simple, we've already got a simple manual wind Patek. I would go the World Time 5130, that is a beautiful, that's the previous model, good buying second hand. 5230, that's also good, that's just being discontinued, that's great buying. The other, if you want to go Lange to have a different brand, I'd go Lange 1, okay, Lange 1. I would say to you, personally, I would like, if you've got a small collection, I'd go 2 Pateks, or 1 Patek and 1 Jaeger-LeCoultre. There are so many good Jaeger-LeCoultres. The only thing is, you've always got to buy Jaeger-LeCoultre second hand because they have a tendency of not retaining value. You want to buy that pre-owned. You don't want to be buying it from this Rolex, this dealer. I don't know if he's a multi-brand dealer or what, but I can tell you this. You don't want to be paying retail for things that fall. So get your Rolexes. See if you can talk the wife into getting a Rolex. If not, the Cartier or the Aquaterra, I'd say, you know, they're both beautiful watches. The Cartier, ladies love Cartier, but the waterproofing is never good as Rolex. Never as good. The Aquaterra is not bad waterproofing. I would seriously consider that. So personally, if it was me, I'd get a simple manual wind Patek, 5196 or a 6119. And as a secondary, I'd get a World Time, or I'd get a Lange 1, or I'd get a beautiful Reverso in rose gold. That's what I would do. You want to make sure it's not too small, so always check the reverso, because the sizing, because it's a rectangle, it doesn't use normal, you know, like this is a 40, but it doesn't use that sort of measuring system because it's rectangular. Okay, so that is exactly what I would do. Personally, if I can give you some advice, it is this: don't sell your Datejust. That is a beautiful watch. Unless you're in the business of buying and selling, you don't know what you're doing. You will get fleeced. The next thing is, try and stay away from buying Cartier or Omega. If you're buying it from this AD, just tell them you want Rolex, 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 because that is a brand you can buy retail, and that will retain the most value compared to other brands. Okay, so that's my advice there. And then, as far as the spectacular 6th and 7th piece, I would go manual wind paddock, just a simple manual wind. Simple, simple, simple. It's just going to be wind and wear, a lot of fun. And the secondary one, I'd probably get, like, it's nice to have two paddocks, a simple and a complicated one. But if you wanted a Lange one, you could do that. If you wanted a reverso, you could do that. But I think, Doctor, you have got a great idea. I think, seriously, 7 watches, that should be plenty of joy. That should be plenty of joy. And I'm starting to become a bit of a minimalist in I'm rebuilding, because obviously, I don't know, you guys know, I had a terrible burglary where my watch collection was taken from me, and I'm rebuilding, and I'm kind of thinking, you know, I don't want to be as exposed. I don't need as many. So my advice to you, 7 I think is very admirable idea. I like it so much. I think that is a really cool idea. And that's exactly what I would do. So there you go, Dr. Bill. That is the advice. I hope it helps. I'm ArchieLuxury. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. And don't be afraid to put some comments below. Remember, I can't survive on Google Ads. I do need more paid reviews to survive on YouTube. Come on, guys, get a paid review done, and I will see you in the next one. Details of how to get a paid review down in the description. See you in the next one. Hi guys, it's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the YouTube sensation, the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I need you to help me out, guys. I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need you to request a paid review. $50 US, look down in the description. $50 US, I will review your collection. I'll tell you what I think of it, and I'll give you some pointers. The other thing is, guys, you can sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon allows you to pay a couple bucks a month, $1, $2, $5, whatever you want, and it keeps me going on YouTube. Because, guys, I'm in a niche. Nobody can make money out of the views I get. The views are crap because it's a small, specialized area, and I don't talk about garbage for the sake of views. Guys, sponsor me on Patreon, look down below, and I will see you in the next one.